Jackie, thank you very much. Let's bring in Texas Republican Congressman Pat Fallon, who is on the Oversight and Armed Services Committee. Congressman, good to have you with us today. Thanks for being here. What was your reaction when you read this document? And just to make it clear for everybody, this is a document that was filed by a whistleblower, and he is said to be a credible whistleblower who has helped the FBI with other situations before, who claimed that there was evidence that there was a bribery scheme going on between the Biden family and Ukrainian entities, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Martha. And you know what? To say that this investigation is just about Hunter Biden and not Joe Biden is like saying Watergate was about John Dean and not Richard Nixon. That would be patently absurd. This informant, the FBI has used for over a decade, has paid this person hundreds of thousands of dollars, and has found, as you said, highly credible and reliable. Said he talked to the person directly that made the claim that they paid Joe Biden $5 million and Hunter Biden $5 million. And that's shocking. And it's our job to ensure that the FBI is doing their job, because that form was generated and then a supervisor in the FBI who was an analyst decided it was disinformation and put it in a sub-file that was restricted. So then when Bill Barr, by the way, Jamie Raskin from the Democrat ranking member on Oversight said two things yesterday that were patently false. One, he said that Joe Biden, the two things that were completely false. One of which was that Bill Barr killed this investigation. He did not. He referred it to the Attorney General, a U.S. Attorney in Delaware. And two, he kept talking about Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani has nothing to do with this. He has as much to do with this as the Easter Bunny. So he was just trying to discredit it, I guess, and it was not true at all.
And what was your interpretation when you looked at these documents? We heard from Nancy Mace. She said that one of the convincing factors for her had to do with how they talked about distributing the money through all these shell companies. And we've seen from some of the prior investigation that there were just this myriad of different financial entities that this money appears to be going into. So what stood out for you, and what was your read on that?
Well, they've been doing that. And one of the other things they said was that Hunter Biden wasn't smart. And so they were worried about that because apparently, in Ukraine, we know it's not a Jeffersonian democracy yet. It was on that path. But, there's trouble with corruption there, as it is in Russia. And bribes are very common. And so what gets me is, if the Biden family was operating on the up and up, why wouldn't Joe and Hunter Biden just release all of their financial records right now? This investigation could end in a week or two, but they don't. And who pockets seed money? Apparently Hunter Biden does. And why every time they do something and a foreign national is involved, there are scores of shell companies involved. It all smacks of something very unseemly and illegal, quite frankly.
So one of the things that we talked about here on the show earlier is the understanding of how all of these things are handled and how much focus and determination there is to get to the bottom of them. And is it equal on both sides of the equation here, right? So we've all seen what has played out on the Trump side. And, we've talked a lot today about this indictment and the meat that appears to be in it. And we've pointed out we haven't heard the other side yet. Given what you've learned about the investigation into the Bidens and the fact that they couldn't find this form for a while and then they didn't want you to see it, are you convinced that there's actually a real investigation going on into all of this?
No, in fact, Martha, what I was hoping when they brought over the 1023 was they'd also bring back a file about this thick that outlined everything that they used to investigate this matter fully and either discredit it or, continue to investigate. They didn't bring that over because that never happened. And that's why we have a two-tier justice system that everybody keeps talking about. I mean, a former national security advisor for the Clinton administration, Sandy Berger, got convicted. He pled guilty, in fact, to destroying top secret documents.
Yeah.
And he got a $10,000 fine.
I know, he stuffed him in his pants and his socks. I remember. Thank you very much, Congressman Fallon. Good to have you with us today. Hope you'll come back.
Thanks,
Good
Mark.
to see you. Thank you very much.